The best product leaders aren't just product managers. They are part psychologists, part economists, part strategists. They see the world through a lens of first principles. But how do you move from theory to practice? How do you stop being a victim of chaos and start being the architect of your own outcomes? This is the Sovereign PM, the podcast that deconstructs the ideas of product strategist Schwarzkopf to give you a more powerful way to think and lead. It's time to own your outcomes. Let's begin.
You know, for something like 2 decades, we as product leaders, we were playing a game, and it felt like it had clear, stable rules.
Yeah, Newtonian physics, right?
Yeah.
Keywords, clicks, predictable.
Exactly. Newtonian physics for search. We built entire strategies around grabbing user intent from a search box. Well, that game. It's basically over.
Fundamentally over.
Yeah, this whole shift with generative AI, it's not just another update. It feels, well, the brief calls it a quantum leap.
Which is a strong statement, but feels right.
It does. It's rewiring how users find stuff, what they expect from us, from our products. And look, for a lot of people, that feels like a huge threat.
An existential threat, even.
Right. But maybe, just maybe, for the strategic product leader, it's this massive, once-in-a-generation opportunity.
If you play it right.
So that's our mission today. This isn't just another SEO is dead talk. We want to unpack a real first principles playbook. How do product leaders actually thrive in this new AI discovery world? We're going deep on the mechanics outlined in this really powerful strategic brief. It doesn't pull any punches.
No, it really doesn't. And what's fascinating, what really jumps out, is how it frames the scale of this change. It calls it the single greatest technological re-architecting since the commercial internet basically started.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is. It's saying, look, this isn't just optimizing for Google anymore. You're optimizing for a totally new user behavior and effectively for this kind of global AI brain that's synthesizing everything.
A global AI brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to break it down for you listening, we'll first dig into how user behavior is shifting that paradigm change. Then we'll get into the new physics of discovery, how information actually flows now. And finally, the important part, the strategic playbook. What do we do about it?
Okay, let's start there. Segment 1, the paradigm shift. Our users. Their brains, their habits are being rewired as we speak. That old model, the keyword searcher, it's just fading.
It really is. Think about it. We used to have to learn the machine's language, right?
Yeah.
We typed best running shoes because that's what the system understood. Simple keywords.
Short, clunky phrases.
But now, the machines learned our language. Natural human conversation. And that's the seismic shift. We're moving from thinking in keywords to, well, articulating complex problems.
Conversationally.
Exactly. It's not just best running shoes anymore. It's what are the best running shoes for a heavy runner with flat feet who's training for a half marathon on pavement.
Whoa. Yeah, that's way more specific. The word count alone explodes.
Right. And it's not just about being wordy. It's a fundamental change in the nature of the intent being expressed. People aren't just looking for links. They're outlining complex problems. They're almost outsourcing that initial thinking, that cognitive load to the AI.
Outsourcing cognitive load. I like that. And that implies a much higher expectation from our products, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They want resolution, not just raw information.
That's the broken contract right there.
The broken contract. Explain that.
Well, for years, the deal was I type keywords, Google gives me 10 blue links, and I do the hard work. I click, I compare, I synthesize the answer myself.
Right. That was the user's job.
That deal's off. It's null and void. The new expectation is a synthesized answer. Straight up, right there on the results page.
Like the AI does the synthesis for you?
Precisely. Users don't want the ingredients list anymore. They want the fully cooked meal. Summaries, photos, maybe videos, comparisons, all served up. A direct path to an answer, like the AI is some kind of concierge.
Amazing. So, if that's the new user, the new expectation, what's our move as PMs? The brief says we need to become anthropologists of intent. Sounds cool, but what does that actually look like day to day? How do we research this new user?
Well, first you realize your old keyword volume tools. They're becoming lagging indicators. They show you a behavior that's dying out.
So Google Keyword Planner isn't the goldmine anymore.
Not for understanding deep intent, no. The new goldmine is where people talk naturally about their complex problems. Reddit, Quora, niche industry forums. And maybe the biggest one, your own customer support tickets and chat logs.
Ah, the internal data.
Yeah. That's the raw, unfiltered stuff. You need to dive into how people actually talk about their needs, their pain points, their questions in their own words.
Yeah.
Like an anthropologist studying a culture, you immerse yourself.
And that immersion, that understanding, must change how we structure our own content, our product information. It can't just be about hitting one keyword anymore.
Absolutely not. It's about solving the whole problem. Your landing pages, your guides, your features, they can't just target best running shoes. They need to be architected for that complex query we talked about.
So instead of that simple page, it's
A runner's definitive guide to choosing the perfect shoe for your foot type, gait, and race goals. Something deep, authoritative. You have to provide those rich, multifaceted answers the AI is hunting for on the user's behalf.
moving from feature-centric to problem-centric, comprehensive solutions.
You got it. Anticipating the whole journey.
Okay, but let's be real. That's a huge shift operationally. For content teams, for product roadmaps, how do you actually re-architect everything around a whole problem instead of just a keyword or a feature? That's a different kind of investment, surely.
Oh, absolutely. You've hit the nail on the head there. It's a systemic change. It's moving from these sort of modular, keyword-focused content bits to an integrated, solution-focused architecture.
So content strategy basically becomes product strategy.
In a very real sense, yes. Content isn't just marketing fluff. It's a core product feature. It's designed to solve complex needs, anticipate the next question. It requires a different mindset from leadership.
Right. Oh, okay, so the users changed, the expectations have changed, which brings us to the system itself. The brief talks about the death of traditional SEO and the rise of model-centric optimization, MCO. What's the core physics change there? From Newtonian clicks to quantum discovery.
Yeah, MCO. If you connect it up, it's all about becoming a trusted, authoritative node
A node.
in the AI's knowledge graph. You're not optimizing for a simple crawler looking for keywords anymore. You're optimizing for a complex, large language model that understands meaning, context, and fundamentally, trust.
And that's where EEAT comes in.
That's the bedrock. Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. But it's like EAT on steroids now.
On steroids! Why amplified?
Because think about it from the AI model's perspective.
Yeah.
Using a low-quality, dodgy source, that's not just bad UX for the user. For the model, it's a massive reputational risk.
Ah, right. It leads to those public failures, the hallucinations we keep seeing.
Exactly. Big, embarrassing mistakes. So the models have to prioritize trustworthy sources. Trust becomes the absolute currency. They're doing like a deep background check on everything you publish.
So, okay, our job then shifts to architects for trust. How do we actually do that? How do we run a content trust audit? What signals are these models looking for beyond just, ticking the EAT boxes?
It's about looking at your whole digital presence through the AI's eyes. So first, expertise. Is your stuff written by actual named experts? People with real demonstrable experience. Clear author bios. It's not just an About Us page anymore.
Real credentials.
Okay. Second, originality. Is this original research? Unique data? Your own proprietary insights? Or is it just rehashing what everyone else is saying? Because that generic keyword stuff blog post, its days are numbered.
Makes sense. AI can generate that generic stuff easily.
Third, structure. Is your content structured properly? Clear schemas, headings, summaries, data points that an AI can easily grab, verify, and piece together. Make it machine readable.
Okay, structure for the machine. And the brief mentions something interesting, spiky points of view.
Yes, this one's fascinating.
It sounds kind of risky. Don't most companies want broad appeal? Avoid controversy?
Traditionally, yes. But a spiky point of view, something distinct, opinionated, maybe even a bit provocative, but crucially, backed by data or strong reasoning, is incredibly hard for an AI to generate authentically.
Ah, because it requires actual human insight, judgment, maybe even courage.
Exactly. It signals real thought, real authority. In a sea of increasingly bland AI-generated content, a sharp, well-argued, unique perspective stands out. It makes your content valuable precisely because it can't be easily replicated. It's a powerful differentiator.
Interesting. Okay, so beyond text, the brief talks about the discovery aperture expanding. Visual search, voice search, these non-textual ways in. How does that change things for product design?
Right, the aperture is widening. It's not just about text search anymore. We have to design for multimodal discovery. So first, big action, make every image an entry point.
Every image.
Think about it. Is every image on your site, in your product, high quality, properly labeled, got good alt text, metadata? Could someone snap a photo of your product or even a competitor's and find you?
Wow, yeah. For e-commerce, physical goods, even software UI if someone screenshots an error.
Crucial. It's a whole new vector for discovery. Second action, structure for answerability.
Answerability.
Yeah, especially for things like help docs, blog posts. Structure them in clear Q&A formats. Short, concise questions and answers. Why? Because then voice assistants and AI chatbots can just list your answer directly.
Making you the source of truth for that specific question.
Exactly. You become the definitive source, maybe even spoken aloud by Alexa or Google Assistant.
Okay, but again, the operational lift here feels massive. Systematically structuring all digital assets, visual, textual, for AI consumption, that's not just a content team job anymore.
No, it demands a holistic approach. It breaks down those old silos. Product teams really need to own this discovery surface, not just the core features. It almost redefines what product is.
It really does. It's designing the discovery experience, not just the user experience within the app.
Precisely, a fundamental shift.
Okay, understanding the physics is one thing. Acting on it, that's the key. The brief outlines 3 strategic plays. Let's get into the first. Becoming an answer engine, not just a content library.
This idea is really powerful. It reframes our goal completely. We're not just building a library where people hunt for books. We're the wise librarian who just gives the answer directly.
So building products and features that are the answer engines.
Yes. Instead of just a blog post on how to calculate your mortgage, you build an interactive mortgage calculator.
The tool is the answer.
Exactly. Instead of a white paper on industry benchmarks, you build a tool where users input their data and see how they compare, right there. These things provide definitive, personalized answers. They're far more valuable to a user and, critically, to an AI trying to find the best resource than just a static article.
They solve the problem immediately. Utility becomes authority.
That's it.
Yeah.
Knowing what versus having the tool to actually do it.
Okay, strategy 2. Master the art of intelligent distribution. Now, there's a lot of fear, right? That AI overviews will just kill website traffic. But the brief pushes back on this.
It does, and the data seems to back it up, surprisingly. Overall search volume is still growing, but the way people engage is different.
How?
They get that synthesized answer first, right in the AI overview. Then, if they need more depth, more authority, or the actual tool, then they click through.
So the overview isn't the end, it's the starting point for deeper engagement.
Potentially, yes. The principle here is crucial. Give away the what for free to earn the right to sell the how.
Give away the what? Sell the how, like a freemium model for content.
Kinda, yeah. Think of it as a free sample. You publish a great high-level guide, maybe optimized for AI scraping on your blog, that's the what. But within that, you offer the how. A downloadable template, a detailed gated white paper, a free trial of your tool.
So AI overview builds awareness, gets you surfaced.
And then your proprietary asset, your tool, your deep dive content, captures the qualified lead because it offers real actionable value.
Can you give another example, maybe for media?
Sure. A streaming service puts episode 1 of a hot new show on YouTube, free, widely discoverable, shareable. That's the what. But to watch episode 2, you got to subscribe, go to their platform. That's it.
So the goal shifts. It's not just about the initial click anymore.
Not primarily. It's about providing so much clear value, so much authority in that initial AI interaction that the user feels compelled to seek you out for the full picture, the deeper solution, the expertise.
Got it. Okay, final strategic play. Forging strategic alliances in the AI ecosystem. This sounds relational, the idea that trust is transitive.
Exactly. It's like building a web of credibility. Think about it. AI models synthesize from multiple trusted sources. No single site has all the answers.
Right.
So if you're associated with other sources the AI already trusts, that gives you a massive advantage. It's like getting a cosign from a respected colleague.
How does that work tactically? What kind of alliances?
We're talking deep content partnerships, not just, guest posts for backlinks anymore. Think collaborative webinars, joint research reports, integrated case studies with respected, non-competing companies in your space.
Building a web of trust that the AI can actually see and understand.
Precisely. And it's not just content. Integrations play a huge role, too.
Integrations as a trust signal. How?
Well, an integration isn't just a feature anymore. It's a powerful signal to the AI that you're a legitimate, serious player in a specific ecosystem. If you integrate smoothly with, say, Salesforce or HubSpot.
The AI sees you as part of that trusted marketing or sales tech stack.
Exactly. So when someone asks the AI about solutions in that space, you're much more likely to be included in the answer because you're seen as a validated component of that trusted ecosystem.
That's fascinating. Taking something tactical like an integration and seeing it as a strategic trust signal for AI discovery. But let's be honest, building these deep alliances, this real trust, That's the long game, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's much harder, much slower than tweaking keywords or buying links like in the old days.
You've absolutely nailed it. This isn't a hack. It's fundamental business strategy. It takes time, real investment in relationships, a willingness to collaborate. It's about building enduring authority, not chasing short-term ranking boosts.
It really separates the leaders playing that long game from those stuck in the old transactional mindset. It requires a different kind of leadership.
Yeah, it
really.
does.
The systems thinking approach. So, wrapping up, the game really has changed. This deep dive, it makes it crystal clear. This shift from keywords to AI discovery, it's not a trend. It's a total re-architecting of the digital world.
For sure.
The old playbook of just trying to game an algorithm, it's being replaced by the need to build genuine authority and actually design our systems for discovery.
And our role as product leaders.
Yeah.
It has to evolve. We need to be part librarian, structuring knowledge meticulously, part anthropologist, really getting that deep conversational user intent,
Right.
and part systems architect, building products that aren't just features, but actual answers. It comes down to obsessing over quality, originality, utility. That's your discovery strategy now.
So the old game of gaming the algorithm is out. Building real authority, designing for discovery is in. The big question then, for you listening, for every product leader out there is, are you still playing by those old Newtonian rules? Or are you ready to build for this new quantum reality of AI discovery?
And we really want to hear from you on this. It's a huge shift. What are you seeing in your own companies? What challenges are you hitting as you try to re-architect for this? Share your thoughts, your questions in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going.
And that brings us to the end of this debrief. Our goal is to give you not just ideas, but a more powerful way to think. If you found value in this discussion, the best way to support this work is to give this episode a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future session. And if you know a fellow product leader who is wrestling with these same challenges, feel free to share this episode with them. As always, you can find the link to the original in-depth article by Karsten Schwarzkopf directly in the description below. Thank you for your time and your attention. Stay sovereign.